Hi guys, welcome back to my space. I have my, I think fifth. I've kind of lost count, but yes, I have my fifth guest on the channel. So she's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then we'll get right into the topic for the day, which will be mental health intertwined with marriage and motherhood. So let's get right into it.
Sometimes I'm mystery, sometimes I'm free, depending on my mood or my attitude. Sometimes I wanna roll or stay at home, walking contradiction.
So, my fifth guest is pretty human being. Just look at her. Ain't she beautiful? So, she'll introduce herself and then we shall get into the topic.
Hi.
What's up?
Today with my host voice. Woof. My name is Sharon. Rachel Adhiambo Opio Ochola.
Yo, spot the ring, please. Men?
Yeah. Yes. I'm a wife, a mom, a lawyer by profession, and a baker by choice.
Okay. Sweet things.
Sweet things. I'm a sweet.
And trust me, I can tell you, her food, her pastries, everything, like so yum. Usimwone tu hivi. Like
Hey.
tremendous, they're beautiful. So if you need anything, I will leave her details. You can hit her up.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. Let's see, where will I start? Okay, so you said you're married, yeah?
Yes.
So you're married, you're a mom, and that's like the basis of our topic today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so many times that we don't discuss these things, especially when you've crossed that line where you're married or you're a mom. Yeah. Most times, when you're having the conversation, as, okay, I'm a girl in university, or I'm a young woman or a young man, and these are the things I'm going through.
Yeah.
But we don't go ahead and say, okay, in my married life, this is what I'm going through. As a mother, this is what I'm going through. So let's start with marriage. How long have you been married?
3 years and 2 months. 3 years,
Please
2
get
months.
it right.
3 years, 2 months.
And because
let me count. Yeah.
To our channel, please.
3
Yeah.
years, 3 months. I don't know. It's not important. Yeah.
That's not
The
what matters.
3 years is what matters. The months.
Not too much. Okay.
Okay, 4 months. And then from 2, 3 to 4.
Okay.
4.
Please forgive her. Sir, the one who's watching,
Please,
who
please.
belongs
Sorry.
and belongs to each other, she's very sorry. It's not me. Yeah, so you've been
Yeah.
married for, okay, let's just say you've been married for 3 years.
Yeah.
And let's, okay, I feel that there's no age where you're told, okay, this is the age where you have to get married. And as much as, yes, society starts that pressure of,
Yeah.
hey, na utaoa lini, or hatujaona kijana ama hatujaona msichana, you know exactly. But there's, as much as we don't have that pressure ourselves, but it's always around us.
Yeah.
So did you ever have that pressure before getting married?
Not, I think so, but not per se. Like, it wasn't a problem of. The problem was people asked me, "Are you sure that you want to get married now?
You were young.
You're too young to get married. You have a whole life ahead of
Yeah,
you. Why would
yeah.
you want to get married now? Can
Yeah.
you just wait?" Which I didn't see the point.
Yeah.
It's because once you know, it doesn't matter whether it's 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Once you're sure this is what you want to do, this is the person you want to spend your whole life with, and you're ready. If you yourself, you feel like you're ready mentally, spiritually, physically, if you're ready,
everything.
If you're ready, then there's no one who can stop you. And the fact that my mom and my dad were on the page,
so
nothing else.
Okay, so with the age thing, now let's just bring in the age thing. If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you got married?
I was 23, turning 24. Yeah.
Let me tell you a funny story, and don't hate me. I remember the day you came to school. You met at KSL.
Open up.
I remember the day you came to school, and I noticed people telling you congratulations, and in my head I was like, we are so young, like she's actually going to get married. Because at the time we weren't so close, but I remember sitting and watching, and I was like, hey, mimi sasa sijui. I don't know if I would be comfortable at that age getting married, but I always say someone can be 21 and you're okay mentally, physically, and emotionally, and you're like, okay, this is what I want, and you've lived a life where you know what you want, and you found the person who not necessarily ticks all the boxes, but is also as stable as you are, and you're on the same page. So I usually say age doesn't matter, because there are people who get married even in their 30s and they divorce 2-3 years later. People who get married in their 19, 20, you're married and they're together for 20, 50, 70 years. So I really don't think it matters. But I remember that day, it was so, it's such a vivid memory.
Why?
But I actually sat and I was like, I worried a bit. As much as I didn't know you so well at that time.
Even that time, I was like, are you sure? First, I remember someone asked me, what would make you want to actually get married right now? For what reason? You feel like you just don't want to pursue other things, like school. So I asked them, what makes you think that it will stop me from pursuing what I want?
Exactly.
Because I settled down with someone doesn't mean I was going to what?
Your life stops there.
This is it, guys. So my wife is just being a wife.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. So what impact did that have before and after getting married?
Okay.
What impact did that have on your mental and emotional well-being?
Well, before getting married, I was my own person, for sure. I was doing things the way I wanted. I was going places I wanted. I was doing me. But now, once I got married, now you have to accommodate someone else's space and their thoughts and their emotions and all those things. And also just living with someone. Because it's something, obviously, when you get married, it's new. Because now you're living with a guy who has their own cultures, their own lifestyle. How they were brought up is different from how you were brought up, and we bring these two things together in order to create a space where we're all comfortable. And I remember when we started dating, I was not in a good mental space because of 1, 2, 3 reasons on how I grew up. And I can say during that time it was bad. It was rough. Before we actually said, let's date. That time it was really, really rough for me. And the reason why probably I chose him to be my forever partner is because no matter what stage you're in, he's there. And whether you're mentally stable or mentally unstable, because he found me when I was mentally unstable. And for me, at that time, people walking away and people leaving was so normal to me. But he decided to just... He stayed. And he walked with me through that journey. And that for me was different. So when you got married, I didn't think he would damage my mental state, because I feel like he made me become different mentally. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it?
Now that you've said that, so do you feel like he fixed fixed you or he helped you fix yourself?
He helped me fix myself. Because of having him around, I wanted to be a better person. Not for him, but for myself. Just to ensure that our environment, the environment that you're living in is comfortable for me and for him. So it's not about him changing me to be a better person, but me wanting to change to be a better person, and for me to be in good just with him and just everyone around him, because I guess
that makes sense. Because very many times you're like, okay, you need to be stable, and I mean my previous videos, most of them I'm like, you need to be stable mentally, physically, emotionally, and to just be able to not put that burden on someone else to fix you. Yeah? Because, and I will say this every time in every video, you cannot fix someone and they cannot fix you.
that's true.
It's not possible. You can try, but it will break you. It will break you more than you fixing them. It's a reverse. Yeah. It's very many times, and in my previous video where we had the whole analogy of potatoes and all that, and of course, yes, the boys said it doesn't make sense, but it's just the same thing. If you're with a toxic person or someone who's broken, and you get into a relationship thinking, I can fix this person, or you get into a relationship with someone thinking they can fix me, that's like already you're at the wrong place. It's the wrong place, it's the wrong time. And I feel like now if we tie it up with your age and everything, it's just a sense of, okay, fine. She was not okay mentally or emotionally. She was not as stable as she would have wanted to be. But she did not put this burden on her significant other to be like, okay, you know what? He's going to fix me.
It's your duty to
it's your duty to make me happy. It's your duty to, be the fixer of all my problems. So you carry in baggage, and it's the sad thing is that we do that so much. You get into a relationship with your 50,000 bags and your baggage. You're like, okay, so I've come, but I'm not alone. Not alone. There is insecurity, number 1, number 2, number 50, but we can have them all. And it's okay to have insecurities, but at the same time, you need to be so mindful of the people around you and be like, you know what? If you love this person and you truly, you say you love this person and you truly mean it, I don't think the best thing to do for this person or to this person is to let them carry your baggage for you. You can share and you can be like, okay, you know what? These are the things I'm going through. And I like the way you said he's been with you throughout, when you were broken, when you were on your journey of becoming a better woman. And I feel like that's how it should be in relationships. Someone should make you want to be a better person. Not even just for them, but just for the world in general, because walking around with 50 toxic people
it's not healthy.
It's not healthy at all. It will break the world one human being at a time. So it's nice if, yes, you have that person, and I would think of it as a support system, not a mechanical system, but a support system. Mechanics fix. But support system, they're around you. If you're having a bad day, this person would listen. They could give you the advice. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone, and they don't have to give the advice and tell you this is what you should do. But I feel like some of these things always come from within.
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
That is true.
It came from within, and now we're not having the conversation of, so now So he was fixing every day.
Try, but it was just not working.
And I'm still broken, but we are still together.
We're still fixing it. We're
trying. And I guess, of course, I feel like you may not be whole. You're not 100% whole. And I think that there's no time that someone is 100% whole. You always have your issues here and there. And so you were saying before you started dating, that's where the issue was. But I would, for me, let me talk about me. I'm not married. Okay. Yeah.
Soon to be, you never know. Someone is watching. You see you.
Yeah. So, but I would think that when I do get to that point, that I would want to have somewhat of a similar story where I'm like, you know what, he stayed. For me, one of my major insecurities is ghosting. I wouldn't lie. Yeah, and people still do it, and you even start talking to someone, but at the back of your mind, you're just like, when are you going to leave? You even ask them, so
one day will you just
when you're still talking to me?
Like you're still
And I don't know if there's this whole thing of what you put out into the universe comes back, and sometimes I feel that maybe because it's always at the back of my mind, maybe that's why it happens, or it just happened because the niggas ain't shit.
You're doing this.
Yeah, I'm ranting. I'm sorry, but I think because it's an insecurity for me, the day that person stays, one, I'll be in awe, like, hiya.
Someone has
You're
actually
still
decided to stay with all this baggage. Like I carried my baggage coming over here, you know?
I'm here with my 50 bag. But I'm working on me.
Yeah.
But I would still love it if you were around.
Yeah.
And there's something people do. I don't know if it's both guys and chicks, but that whole thing of you tell someone, I need my space. I feel like sometimes if you genuinely want someone in your life, even if you need your space, you will still have that connection with this person. Is that what happened with you and your significant other?
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if there's ever a time we've come that we needed space.
No, like before, like that time between when you met to the dating phase where you are still not
in fact
yourself.
At that time, I remember when we started dating, I told him I don't date people past 3 months. So after 3 months, I'm so serious, baby. Just to his face, I was just like,
so what happened?
3 months. 3 months. I
married?
think we should all go our separate ways because
Wait, what?
Yeah, just so
that was you, like you were.
That was me. Like we would date for 3 months and we move on. Date for 3 months, we move on. No strings attached, no communication, no nothing. We just.
So was it you who would cut communication?
Yeah. If you insist, but that's the thing. I never found anyone who insisted. So the moment I just say, I don't think we can continue. Like, okay, like sawa, and we go our separate ways.
Then you found the one who stayed.
So even me, I was shocked. I was like, what are you still doing here?
I told you 3 months.
Like I told from day one, I told you 3 months.
Time's up.
Yeah.
90
days.
days.
And then he was like, okay, cool, no problem. So after 3 months, we'll revisit. I was like, fine, it's no problem. So we did it for 3 months. And at that time, obviously, we had that, like he could see where my problem was.
Yeah.
And even I could see but I was not about to like deal with it because at that time I was comfortable with who I was. I thought that was normal. Yeah. It wasn't seeming a bit abnormal.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Like he just wants to say hi.
Okay, surely. Don't disturb. we are recording. Sawa.
Like for me at that time, it was normal. It didn't seem like a big deal. And also I wasn't thinking, marriage or it was just dating and just getting to know someone. So when I started dating, I told him the 3 months rule, like no problem. So after 3 months, after 3 months, he asked me, do you feel like you want to call this off or would you like to go continue? Yeah, would you like to continue? And the thing is, he didn't ask me, would you be my girlfriend? At that time, we were just talking, like he would walk me home, or basically we were just
hanging out.
And it wasn't actually exclusive, like this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend. Like people could see whoever I wanted to see that period of 3, that is how bad it was.
Every 3 months, there was someone.
There was someone. So as I'm still trying to like cut you off, I'm still trying to now start something else
With the other,
with
the
someone
next
else.
3 months. Hey,
So once the 3 months is over, I already have
you already have the next 3
someone
months.
else. Yeah. So we're over and I have someone else. So that
Yeah.
is where I was, and I was just talking to this person, and when I was trying to talk to this other person, it wasn't just, it felt guilty, and I'm like asking myself, why are you feeling guilty? It's not like he's your boyfriend or anything of that sort. I was like, but he's nice and he's always there and he's caring. You know, there's just something about him that stands out. I was like, no, you don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not for
no,
me.
this other guy over here is also here. You know. So I was trying. I don't know what was that. Anyway, so after 3 months, we went 4 months, 5 months, hey,
Still
6
here.
months. Like, wow, what is happening? And you know, now the more we continue like seeing each other, the more it was getting interesting. The more I was like, I always just wanted to be around him. I was like, what is this energy? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is happening? And then one time he asked me, I don't know, someone came and asked him, can we go somewhere, let's do this. I'm like, no. Today I was chilling with my girlfriend, and then I asked him, Atiami, what? Or who are you referring to? Me or someone else? Or someone else on your phone? It's like, no, see you.
Yeah.
It's like, me, I'm your girlfriend. Like, yeah, quite yo.
What have we been doing? 6
Yeah,
months.
6 months. I was like, okay, sawa basi. Sawa. Then, Mama, you don't consider me as your boyfriend. Like, now when I think about it,
You weren't sure.
I wasn't sure. I was like, but now when I think about it, yeah. Yeah, and so I even remember now the auntie was like, hey Sharon, I heard you have a boyfriend and you didn't tell your mom. I was like, which boyfriend? Ted. You know, those things of...
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we're just close friends. Like, are you sure? You people have been seeing it together for the longest time. So I think that is just how we picked it up and just continued. And now, as we continued now, spending time together, one day he sat me down and he's like, I feel, he just asked me personal questions. So there's do you, like, mentally, like, how did you grow up, the environment, 1, 2, 3, like he was now trying to put things together, and then one day he was just like, probably if you're open to it, probably we should see a counselor, or if you don't, you can just look for someone who you can talk to let go of anger and hatred and all those things, because I feel like there's a part of you, because today I'm smiling with him, then he'll do something that will remind me something, and I get super pissed. Like, it's those pissed of, even you're wondering.
He's also wondering where is this coming from?
Yeah, it's like, are you okay? You know, and then he's a chilled out. He's really
Calm. Yeah.
Especially now when you're at your 100, now him is at
Zero.
negative.
Something.
He's at
He's just
negative. Oh, he was just a calm person. So he thought maybe you should see a psychiatrist or something like that. Something that will help you channel, or rather get to be able to handle whatever you're going through. And I didn't think about it that way. I didn't think like it was a problem.
It was affecting you.
Yeah, or a relationship of any or anything of that sort. So when I actually went to see a psychiatrist, I've never felt that light. Like, you know, I remember even breaking down and crying in that room. And he was just, maybe he took me and then he just stayed outside.
And he was still your boyfriend?
He was still my boyfriend.
Hey, yeah.
He took me.
I see what you did.
He took me. First of all, he looked for the doctor. He took me there. And he stayed outside until I was under the session. He paid for it. And then he took me home. And then, as in, I stayed for like a week, like at home, just analyzing and trying to think it through and all those things. And that is when I realized I had a problem. Like, there was something that was eating me up. I didn't know about it. I didn't know I was lashing out on other people. And if these are people who are just trying to be in my life, like they're good people, you know.
But for you it was 3 months.
Yeah, it was 3 months. I don't know why you're trying all these things. I don't know why you're this nice.
Yeah.
And I think from then, I think that is when I had, like, this guy is really...
This is it.
He's different. You know, he cares, and it wasn't about that I'm going to do this so that we can stay together.
Yeah,
It was just like,
just for you.
this is for your own sake, so that you can get peace of mind and so that you can be yourself. I feel like there's so much in you can give and you can do, but there's something that is holding you back. So let's just see if we can deal with it. And it's not like let's see if you can deal with it. Let's see if we can deal with it. And I'll walk with you through it. And that is what he did until the day I said, I don't feel like I have that anger issue or hatred or
You're not bitter anymore.
Yeah. And that is how this other guy just faced out. I don't even remember how he faced out. He just
the other 3 months.
Yeah, he just faced out, and I was like, this guy is who I want to be with, and I could see a future with him. I could see how he cared. I could see his personality was different. It was just, I feel like it was just outstanding. And then his mental health was just...
He was stable.
He was stable. He was really stable. He didn't have this, today I'm feeling insecure. Today I'm feeling... He was just...
To date.
Yeah, mine is like this, all over the place.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you need that balance.
That balance.
You can't all be saying, you need some insane people in your life.
Like today it's okay, tomorrow it's like, no.
No. Wow. Honestly, I'm also learning things here, man. I won't lie. And for me, I feel sometimes we're not patient with the people that we claim to love.
Yeah.
We don't give them the space or even just that support. We as much as guys, I know guys, so many guys who go through things usually don't want significant others, or they don't want people around them at the time when they're in that funk or they're in that space. But for chicks, I feel like it's different. You always feel like, okay, yes, I'm going through something. I'm on a journey to better myself, but I would really like someone there. I mean, me, I'm like that, and I feel like very many of my friends, very many of my friends are like that, where, okay, fine, I have things to fix about myself, but it would be nice if you just stayed around. Yeah? You don't have to be all up in my face. Yeah, like, what's up? Hi.
Are you sure? Are you okay today?
Are you but just to know that there's someone there, and I feel like for very many chicks, that's how they grow. Yeah. And it's not about, because there's a difference between now putting your baggage on this person and wanting them around.
Yes.
Those are it's a thin line, yes, but those are two completely different things. Where you're mindful of this person, but you still want them around, but you won't constantly be negative, you won't constantly just be in their face with all your problems, and you will also allow them to slowly digest the things that you're going through, because it can be a lot. Let's say if you had an abusive childhood, or if you had issues with your dating life in the past, it's very easy to put this baggage on someone else. But if you just give them time to digest, most of them will stay. I think. I don't know. If they're the real deal.
But if someone has to show interest.
Yeah, because
in your life,
there's that whole other side of you're assuming that every other guy that comes into your life can take your baggage. So you have 10 different guys out there who've left, but none of them were willing to stay. In the first place, even without your drama.
Yes.
They were not willing to stay.
Like, nope,
so you have to think it through before you open up. And even if you're a person who talks, me, I'm a person who talks. From day one, I'm very open. You will know me inside out. And I guess, yes, that's where we go wrong. Yeah, where you expect that every other guy, even if they were not planning to or willing to stay in your life for long enough, but you put that pressure on this person and you're like, you'll stay, and this is what I'm going through. And then you realize,
well, I should have saved a bit.
And then now when he leaves, you're like, men are trash. He was not planning to stay.
He wasn't.
It's not because of what you told him.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's not because you told him, oh, I'm insecure about this, or these are my issues,
Yeah.
1 to 50. No, he just wasn't going to stay from the word
Yeah.
go.
And also, there are
Yeah.
people who would actually listen to what you have to offer, like what is going on in your life, but there's just no connection.
Yeah, for them, it's just, okay, I'm here, I'm a good listener.
Yeah.
I will give you advice. And they can be very good friends,
Mm-hmm.
but for them in their head, they're just saying that's where it ends for
Yeah.
them. It's not going further.
That's it.
Yeah. So you've given us an overview of how it was before. So after marriage is how has like marriage affected, why did I put air quotes? It's not marriage. Well, how has marriage marriage is not a joke. How has marriage affected your mental and emotional well-being?
Sometimes I'm free, depending on my mood or my attitude. Sometimes I wanna roll or stay at home, walking contradiction, get some factual and fiction.